Hello, my name's Ashton. A lot of you guys know me already. If you're watching this channel, you know that I am the fashion junkie, even though I just look like a junkie right now. It's because I just got finished working out, darling, and it's, you know, 7 p.m. at night right before the shower. I'm really like bleeding out of every orifice because I really worked out really hard. But I had to get on here to invest in this conversation really quick. There was some breaking news today, and you know that my focus is normally just placed on fashion, even if it's celebrities, it's still normally celebrity fashion, and that's where my passions lie, as you guys know. But when certain things happen with certain artists, I just have to speak about it because if I don't, then it's more or like I feel muffled in a way. Like I'm restricting myself because I have a mass opinion about it and I just want to get it out there about this conversation. You probably already know because if you are a human being on May 12th, 2014, you would have had to have been dead yesterday, in fact, to not know about this breaking news. And the breaking news is about Queen Beyonce. It's really, really heartbreaking for me to even talk about. I think I'm going to get teary out here, but it's crazy because there was a altercation between Beyonce and her sister Solange Knowles. And if you know, Solange Knowles is Beyonce's sister. She's ultimately a lot of the times a part of the backlash when it comes to being Beyonce's sister and constantly being compared to her and how she's not equivalent to her sister, or she hasn't had hits, or you know. But in my opinion, I personally love Solange because I love Solange's style. First off, she's so eclectic in a way, and she's a daredevil when it comes to that sort of thing. And if I had to be completely honest with you, I believe that part of Beyonce's style is sometimes influenced by her sister Solange. Solange is very eclectic. She's a girl that's not afraid to go there, and she has like this whole Afrocentric sort of beauty going on, which is, you know, she looks like a bird, from like a wild bird creature, and I think she's fabulous. I love her style and everything about her. She was just in Essence magazine, I think a month back, and I just thought it was amazing that she just looks stunning to me, and the people that start her and all of that, they did an amazing, great job. But what I do know is that when this news broke this morning, well, when I woke up to it at 7:30 in the morning, America's time, I was quite shocked, to be honest with you. The fact that at the Met Gala, like, someone would get in an altercation with Jay Z. Like, you're going to get into an altercation with Jay Z, and I'm not saying that Jay Z to Solange should be like Prince Gods, you know, can't touch, can't argue, can't disagree. But what I am saying is, I mean, come on, man, like it's Jay Z, like, and then the Met Gala, like at the Grand Hotel where they had the after party, and it was just weird to see it. If you looked at the surveillance tapes, you see, all right, let me try to break it down for you because I don't have all the gadgets to mix in pictures and stuff. I'm not that into, you know, this part of it, but I'm on here. You see, stepping to the elevator first, it's, I believe, all right, it's Jay Z, Beyonce, they walk in, and then walks in Solange. And from the time that she, or either Solange comes in first and then Jay Z and Beyonce follows, one or the other. Either way, they all got, because the tape is like extremely, you know, dark and a little fuzzy, and but anyway, you could tell that it's them nonetheless. So they get on immediately as soon as Solange steps onto the elevator. You can automatically tell. Look at my kitty. What are you doing to the chair, kitty? Psst, stop it. What's wrong with you? Her name is Taurus the cunt. She's acting like a cunt. You see her back there? She's weird. Anyway, alright, so they walk onto the elevator and they go on the elevator, and immediately as soon as Solange steps on, you can automatically tell that she's peeved off. Like, she's really massively angry. Like, her face looks like she wants to bite someone's head off. Well, at least I could tell that. And then you see her immediately walk up to Jay Z, and you see them, but you can't hear, and she's like saying something to him, and then I guess he reaches for like the bottom of her hands because she was getting like really crazy and wretched. So you know, he like grabbed for her hands down, not like in a violent way, but he like put her hands, like tried to hold her like hands down to like hold man. He looked like he was saying hold, like come on man, go. And then all I know is that she just starts wailing. She's wailing and she's punching and punching and punching and hits him with the phone. And you know, you can see like Jay Z just blocking it, like whoa, you know. And then the bodyguard comes, and meanwhile, like Beyonce, poor Beyonce is like standing off to the side. You could imagine what that was probably like for her and her. We'll get to that in a minute, but Beyonce is standing off to the side, and then cheap effect, Solange breaks away from the bodyguard and she runs back up to Jay Z and she tries to kick him about 6 times. I know that may be an exaggeration, or it may sound like one, but that's what it seemed like to me on the video. It was really weird. She was like something from Street Fighter, and it was really automatic. There was something really automatic about it. Like her legs were like bionic, and she almost took his head off. It was weird, man. It was really weird to like watch Solange do that, because I've always known Solange was weird. But I remember back in the day when I was watching the game, it was a 76ers game, right? So I'm watching the game, and I remember Destiny's Child performed on there. They performed, not she, as in Beyonce, but they, Kelly Rowland, and I believe at the time, was Michelle with them? I can't remember, or if it was the other two that they replaced or whatever. But anyway, Beyonce and Kelly were there, and so was Solange, because she was the backup dancer with them for like a time there. So she was there at the game, and for some reason the crowd started booing after Destiny's Child finished singing. And when they finished singing, the crowd started booing, and I think it was because they had on the other teams, because they were in Philly and they were performing at a 76ers game, but I think they had on the other teams blankets. I mean, not blankets. They had on the other team's jerseys. And see, I don't know. I don't follow sports. I said blankets. But anyway, they had that on, and then all of a sudden, you know, the crowd starts booing like when they finish, and you could see like the members of the group, they were just like paying it. They were just sitting there like, you know, like whatever, and getting ready to clear the floor. And then you see Solange bust to the front, and she throws her hands up in the air, and like at some signal, like what? Like, what do you want me to do? Like, what your ass want? Like that. Like, it was really weird to me. Like, she's always been a bit of a firebug, and she's a bit of a snapper. Like, you can tell that she's a snappy one. But anyway, in this altercation in the elevator, I think she's brutally attacking Jay Z, or at least trying to, because he was dipping dungeon, or trying to. Anyway, they were both trying to do two things. She was trying to kill him, and he was trying to just like get away, like as like ninja Jay Z. It was awesome. He was moving and back to forth. It was just amazing. But anyway, after that, it was more like Jet Li stepped into the cage with Bruce Lee revisited. It was really weird. But I felt really bad for Beyonce, because she was just standing there. And if you could imagine what it's like to be between your husband and your sister, and God knows what the altercation was even about, but apparently she had to have known, or something had to happen before they stepped on the elevator, and she came on mad and she went straight for him. I saw it with my own eyes, man. It was really weird, and she went after him, and it was scary. And I know that Beyonce, she was standing there, and everybody's posts, now that I read, there's a lot of the Mimi posts and like people posting things saying, well, why was Beyonce just standing there? Why wouldn't she try to stop them? Well, let me break it down to you like this at first, okay? It's a very complicated situation to be between a situation between your sister trying to attack your husband, who is Jay Z. That is very, very hard. It's a very, very complicated situation, and for her to be in it, it was a complete no on Solange's part. But like I said, I don't know the whole situation. Jay Z could have been deserving of the ass whooping she was trying to give him, for all we know. I don't know. We don't know the situation or what happened, and I think personally that they should have it covered up because nobody should ever know. The tape got leaked. It should never be anything else besides that. Like, people should be able to wonder whatever you think. It's a major money grossing opportunity, really. Whether it be present or somewhere in the future when they want to tell their story, like they can make it like really crazy and like take it over the top. Oh, my light looks like the moon. Looks like the moon is shining down on me while I'm talking about this. But that was really weird. Okay, so now back to the story. Now imagine being Beyonce, wife to Jay Z, sister to Solange Knowles, and she's attacking him and like kicking for him and trying to gouge his eyes out and just swinging and punching at the same time. It's a lot for Beyonce to take in. Whose side do you take? Who do you tell to stop? Who do you pull back when things are getting heated? And you can see that when Solange first attacked Jay Z, when he first got on, Beyonce really, she did stand there. She had her hands down to her side, somewhat like, let me show you this pose here. She had her hands like this. Now one would take this sort of hands down as either, listen clearly, one would take this hands down pose and they would say, A, she's either holding her hands because she's trying not to use them to assault one of them on that elevator, whether it had been Jay Z or whether it had been Solange. She didn't want to assault. A, that's what it could have been. Or B, she was standing there like this because she was honestly like confused at what she should do. Maybe she reverted back to being like a kid and like, oh my God, like I don't know what to do. My sister is attacking my husband, who is Jay Z, and it's crazy. So who knows what happened? But she stood there, and then once the bodyguard grabbed Solange and pulled her to the other side, is when she broke free again and went after him, and that's when she started kicking, and the bodyguard grabbed her, so her foot was still wailing, and I think Jay Z grabbed her like foot because it was getting close to his private area, so he like grabbed it, not like grab it and throw you, bitch, but sort of like a grab it and I'm gonna hold you here so that you don't hit my genitals here. But then after that, she's like kicking her foot, like trying to get loose or like trying to get to him. And then Beyonce, you can see her finally, she stepped in and she whispered something to, I think to Jay Z. She said something in Jay Z's ear, like just stop, just let go. Or either she whispered to Solange. One of you, it was a lot going on. I'm really confused. But just know that she said something to one or the other. And then you could see her hand like very gently like try to part them ways. And then after that, it was like going crazy. And in the midst of all that, the security guard that grabbed up Solange, he had a minute to hit the emergency pause button on the elevator so that the elevator would stop, so that people wouldn't find out like what was going on in the elevator. Could you imagine being at the Met Gala? The Met Gala, like, do you know what the Met Gala is? It's like the Oscars of fashion. It's amazing, and if you don't know, go to www.SIRFASHIONJUNKY, Sir, S-I-R, Fashion Junkie, Junky, .com. I'm so confused, but as this fight have got my mind rattled, I'll put that at the end again, but go to my blog, you can find it there. But anyway, the Met Gala, could you imagine if they went down and the door opens and then here's Solange rabidly, like a rabid dog trying to kill Jay Z on the elevator, and it opens up in front of who else? Oscar de la Renta, or even worse, Anna Wintour, or Andre Leon Talley, or Olivier from Balmain, like, oh, like, what if, oh my goodness, could you imagine that? It would have been a disaster. A disaster. Sarah Jessica Parker fell on all that crinoline up under there. She would have died. It would have been crazy. But that's what happened. And I just feel really, really bad because after they all got off the elevator, you see the picture where Solange is walking out first and Jay Z and Beyonce are walking out behind her. And apparently Solange went and got in the car and left the door open as though she was waiting for more people to enter, which were probably either Jay Z and Beyonce. And Beyonce or Jay Z went and whispered something in the bodyguard's ear, allegedly, and then got escorted to another car. And Beyonce got in the car with her sister. And I wonder what that ride home was like. You know, was she like, Solange, you were wrong? Did they get into arguments? Did they pull each other's hair out in there and we just don't even know? Did they get into a brawling match? Did she try to attack Beyonce? I hope she didn't try to attack Beyonce. I don't think it was a sister thing. But a lot of people said that she was probably scared standing there in the elevator because how she was standing. If I think I know Beyonce correctly, she was holding her hands so that she didn't have to get involved physically because she would have put a beating on someone because she is the queen bee. You know, she could beat anyone at anything. She can do anything, Beyonce. She could have flew or just disappeared out of the elevator if she wanted to, but she didn't. So she stayed there and she had to go through that. And it's just so sad for her. And I really feel for the entire situation, but it just goes to show people that no matter what you think, no matter how much money someone has, no matter how much fame or how famous they are, everybody goes through crazy issues. You tell me one person out there, whether it be you, yourself, or someone that you may know that hasn't went through something similar where a sibling was having an altercation or a really bad argument with someone who married into the family. Like, it happens, and I just think it's sad that Beyonce was stuck in that situation and people are so a little cruel. Like, she should have just not been standing there. Well, what should have Beyonce done? Do you say she should have attacked her sister, or do you think she should have attacked her husband? And there was a security guard there, so the security is there for a reason, and the security did their job. So what would Beyonce really get involved for? Why was she? Do you know that she was wearing a Givenchy couture gown? Like, are you stupid? What was she gonna get involved? And then her face is beat, and she's getting ready to go out to paparazzi and get in a car. You think she's gonna be on the elevator, tossing and tuggling and doing miscellaneous crazy things because their family's having an altercation? No. The guy, the big fucking 300-pound 50 guy, he can fucking contain Solange. I mean, and then it could have made it worse if she tried to hold her sister back, and then what if her sister got mad at her because she felt like she was trying to take up for Jay Z? And when she tried to hold Jay Z back, and Jay Z felt like she should have been holding Solange back. Like, it could have been like really, really crazy. So she played it smart and stayed there for more than one reason. And I think all the reasons above are very smart, whatever she did. So people, just try to understand that it's really difficult. It's not an easy situation, and I just really feel for Beyonce, but I think it's great. And I'm gonna round out this with, leave my motherfucking Beyonce alone, okay? She can do no wrong. Baby. I love you guys, and remember to go. Sorry, see how the accent just went away? I'm such an actor. Yeah. But make sure you go to www, right? So, SIR fashion, F as in Frank, ASHION, junky as in J as in jerk, like jerk, JUNKY. Sir, www.SIRFASHIONJUNKY.com. SIRFASHIONJUNKY.com. Check it out. I'm gone. Be nice, kitties.